What's up, everybody? I'm going to be playing another match in the USBGF Online Championship today. We're in round 13, and I already have 4 losses, so this is like an elimination round for me. One more loss, and I'm done with the tournament. So, gotta win to stay alive. Hopefully that happens. I'd like to be able to make a run at the podium, but we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a challenge. Should get started in just a few minutes here. Just waiting for my opponent to show up. All right, he's here and we're ready to go. Let's get started. 13 points, 26 minutes. Good. All right. Five twos, just a split. Hitting on the 14 or the 5. I'm just going to do on the hit on the 14. Escapes the checker. Doesn't leave a direct shot. All right, I can make the 14, which looks pretty good. Some sort of hitting play might be right. Kind of leaves a lot of returns for him, though. I feel like I should be doing this. Up a bunch in the race, escapes my last checker, doesn't leave any blots. Kind of like that combination of things. Maybe if we get to clear the 11 somehow, or I'm sorry, the 14 somehow, maybe we'll have enough of a race lead to send a cube. 5-3. If his board wasn't so strong, I'd consider 13-5. But maybe I should just be protecting my race lead. I can make a better board this way too. Might make hitting loose a little bit easier in the future, although now his board got even stronger, so I think I just want to play with no blots, like this. So, I guess it's your standard holding game when your opponent's got your bar points, and we just have our midpoint checkers left to clear. I'm only up 7, and he's got a pretty great contact value, so I'm not going to cube. 4-3 plays safe. Double twos doesn't seem like enough to run from the 18 yet. He'll still be down in the race, and he's got perfectly reasonable options otherwise, so that was a good roll. Yeah, I'm going to be up in the race, so I guess I just want to bring all my checkers down, make it easier for them to get home. What am I going to be up now? 5 pips? Still not enough to cube, even if it was a straight race. So we're going to take another roll. 7 pips now. What am I losing the market with? 6-4. Any doubles? That's 8 numbers, but I got some shot levers. Well, just one shot lever, I guess. 6-1. Still seems like such an easy take. I'm just gonna roll. And let's keep the 8 point just in case we want it as a landing spot for the checkers on my 12. So we'll just play inside. There are probably several different ways I could have played my checkers inside. Maybe could have kept the 5 point slotted somehow. All right, so 8, 9 pips in a shorter race. His board is just so strong. I'm scared of having to leave a shot from the 12 point. I still don't want to cube. And I'm still going to keep the 8 point. I can play it like this. I still have the 8 point in case I need a landing spot. Something's going on out there. Maybe now he should be running with the 5-4. He could, otherwise he's got to break his board. And my board has a blot in it and no 6, no 5. So, all right, now he's got 2 blots. So if I leave a blot, it's less dangerous. I'm up 8 pips in a 70-ish pip race. I probably won't. The only thing that leaves a shot is 6-1. Maybe I'll try it now. What happens if I just clear the 8 point? He covers a blot. Now he's got a 5 point board, and I'm likely going to have to leave a shot. But then he has to hit it. A combination of things has to happen. All right, let's send the cube. Minor race lead. All right, not going to touch my outside checkers. So let's just go like that, I suppose. Ouch. So that's a market loser. And now we can just pass. 8 pips, 60 pip race, yeah. Let's let it go. Let's play 2 down. Why not? Since I'm trailing in the match a little bit. It's probably right to just do a split, but let's mix it up. 2-1, I can hit or make the 7. Hitting's got to be better in the early game like this. He gets the anchor, and now I'd like to clean up these 2 blots somehow. There we go. Make a point and split. Let's see if we can get an advanced anchor. We can't. We could make the 7, but that leaves a shot. But it's a nice structure in front of his anchor. Otherwise, I can run. This leaves a shot as well and doesn't get a point. I don't know. Let's just make the prime. Hope we don't get hit with a 1. Oh man, we get hit with that number. And if I don't come in, I'm probably gonna have to pass. Even if oh, that's a great shot. 1, 2, 3. Cube saver for sure. And now it's an even race, but he's got a way better board, and I still got a checker back. So let's maybe get that one escaped first. I can hit, or something like this. He's hitting with all 2s and any 5 that's not 6-5. That's a lot of numbers. Maybe this is better. If he hits with a 4, at least I'll have a return shot. Although the race isn't perfectly gin. Maybe I should have just sent another checker of his back just to gain in the race. But his board was so strong and I left a ton of shots. All right, 5-4, easy play, in and out. We get missed. All right, but we're losing the race now. Barely, barely. There's a way to play this a little safer, so let's do that. Instead of playing the 6 down. All right, so now I'm gonna be up 1 pip, but I've got the prime. I've got a little bit of wastage, I guess you'd want to call it, on the 2 point here. Trailing in the match kind of makes me want to send it, but let's just take a roll. This was pretty good. 2 down, just leaves the 6-1, and I should have a lot of numbers to make the 5 point next. Yeah, actually, maybe I can send it now. The combination of 5 pips up in the race, I should have a very easy time bringing this home, even without the 5 point made yet. And I'm trailing in the match. This is probably a pretty thin cube. Could be a no double. But I'll send it anyway. And of course we take. Maybe like this. Or this. Not sure. Let's just try it this way. So he gets the 4 point, and I didn't make the 5, so that's pretty bad, actually. Maybe I'm going to have a little bit of trouble clearing all these points without having the 5 point. I'm going to have to dump a lot of checkers behind his anchor, creating more wastage. So that's not that good. So the weaknesses of my early cube are already showing. See, now you can just run if you wanted to, I think. Running can't be that bad. See, here comes some wastage. I gotta play 2 checkers to the 3 point. He's forced to run, and I'm gonna have to get a pretty special roll to attack on this, on the 4 point. 2-1 was not it, but at least we get to make the point. We don't have to break any of these outfield points. Hopefully he doesn't roll a 6. That's basically a 6. Now we're just in a pure race. Let's get a checker on the 4 point as well, I guess. Or maybe like that. Keeping 2 checkers on the 7. Instead of 2 checkers on the 8. I'm not sure which one's supposed to be better. Probably pretty close either way. So he's winning the race now, but I'm on. Oh, there we go. He gets the first checker off though, so I'm gonna need him to either miss a couple of times with an ace, or I have to roll some doubles. And now I got this gap on the 5 point, which isn't so nice. Hopefully I get a couple of 6s before I get a 5. There's a miss from him. So I guess I'm leading now. The 5. I hit the 5. No good. Oh, that was a great number for him. He's got no gaps and an extra checker, and has got more checkers off than me. 2, 3, 4. Double ones is pretty good. 2-1 is terrible. 5-1 he misses. Very good for me. If I don't play the 2 like this, I can't take a checker off, so let's do that. Now he's going to recube me. He's off in 2 rolls, basically. Oh, maybe he's not going to cube me. That was fortunate. Nice. Got lucky there at the end. So 2-2, 11-point match. Now it's an 11-point match. Fanning is no good. Should he hit again and go for a blitz? Or just work on his prime? Not really prime, but just make the 7. 5-4. Excellent. Stops the cube from coming. Let's see if I can make an inner board point. We can, and we can make the 11 while we're at it. So we like that. Still trailing a bunch. I'm going to have to find some attacking numbers. Maybe I should attack with this one. Even if I play safe, I'm still down 6, 9 pips. Maybe this isn't so bad. I got the anchor. Is 9 pips really that big of a deficit? He doesn't always escape this checker to the 13, to his midpoint. I've got a better board. Man, I don't know. I really don't know. This, if I could have made the 7 or the 5. I mean, I can make the 7, but that's just giving him a shot without even putting him on the bar. So let's not do that. I'm just going to hit. Hope he doesn't roll a 3. He does. We'll have some return shots, 1s and 4s and 6s. There we go. Gets me back again. Ooh, that wasn't good. Let's just slot the 5-point, I guess. Could step up. I mean, the 7 and the... yeah, I'm going to slot the 5. That's the point I'm going to want to have in case there's more contact later on. Well, there will be more contact later on with all my back checkers. So I'm going to want to have a threatening home board. All right. Can we make the 5 and hit loose? No, but we can just make the 3. It's got to be good. He fans. All right. If I cover any fans, that's like a market loss. If I cover and he comes in, maybe that's not losing the market. If I don't cover, I'm definitely glad I didn't send the cube. I have 4 checkers back. Seems early. So let's take a roll. 5 out. Yeah, I think we got to keep the anchor. Let's just bring the 4 up. Can we avoid a 5 again? No. So, hitting with 1s and 3s. There we go. Try to keep up the splits. All right, it's getting close to pass territory. Well, I think we're in pass territory now. Unless we somehow can make the 5. No, he's going to hit again. What'll be my best number from the roof? Double 3s. Enter and make the 2-point. I'm surprised he didn't hit loose there. 6-1. I mean, this plays with no blots. I like that. I think I can take a cube from here. There's a hitting loose play, but at least 5 blots laying around. There's something like this. I don't know. I kind of like not being hit, so let's just pick up that thing. So with this weird 16-point anchor against, I don't know if you want to call it an anchor, with my 16-point holding his checkers on his 12, I think I have enough contact to take a cube if he wants to send it. He can't safety his blot, so I'll have another chance to roll a 7 or an 11. Can we? No. 5-3 seems like the only play. Gives him a double shot, and he gets it, and he gets to make the 4 while he's at it. What can he do? Hit, cover, make the 10, and then I guess 16-13. There's 1, there's 2. He could also play 10-7 and 16-13, play with no blots. But I don't think he wants the 13-point here. Yeah, I might have been tempted to make the 10-point. Now I'm in. Now he's still got a little bit of work to do to clear this point. Can I take this cube down like 50, basically 48 pips? Such a massive race deficit. And this is weird contact. Having the 16-point and the 20-point against the mid and these 2 checkers in the outfield. I'm not sure if it's a take or pass. If it's a blunder one way or the other, it's probably a blunder to take, which means I should probably pass. But I got spares to play. I can hold these points for a long time. I don't know. This could be a big mistake, but I'm going to take, and I get properly punished for it. I think maybe I took 2 because I am 1 loss away from losing this thing, and it's kind of like throw caution to the wind here. Maybe let's play like this instead. Yeah, he's got his checkers home now. All right, so I'm going to be losing 2 points in all likelihood. Unless we get a last minute shot. Loose take. Yeah. Let's see. Probably, it was probably pretty bad actually. 50 pips in like a 100 pip race. I'm gonna guess it was a 150 blunder to take the cube. Just a guess. But look at this. He's got bad numbers right now. 6-2, double six, double five. Now he's got no bad numbers. Let's bring a checker in. Let's make the prime. We're not getting G'd, so we don't need the crossover. Waste a bunch of pips for a closed board. Sure, we don't have to run yet. All right, now he's got some shot levers, the 6-5. So let's stick around once for that. Hey! Oh, can we do it? Can we do it? Yes. No. All right. Hey, maybe we're not even out of this race. Maybe I can roll 2 big sets. Might take 3 big sets. Nope. Can we do it? Nope, I think I needed one right there. 1, 2. Oh, I'm off in 2, actually. All right, now it's gin. Okay, well, I got a shot, so had my chance. I wonder if I just got unlucky in that he rolled double twos right away to clear his midpoint. Maybe the take wasn't crazy. Because it could have easily gone in a direction where he wasn't able to clear that point and was forced to like abandon his 7 and 8 points before he cleared the midpoint. So maybe my contact from the 16 wasn't as bad as I thought it is. Anyway, let's get focused on this game. I think I want to stop his forward structure from doing anything, so I'm just going to make a point on him and put him on the bar. And this seems like an okay last 5 to do. So we can turn this into a blitz, 4s and 2s and 3s. Double 5s again. All right. Just do this blitz, yeah. Hope he doesn't roll a 4 or a 5. Especially the 5-1. All right. That was an interesting choice of ones. I like his play. If he didn't cover his 5 point, then I was gonna be blitzing over here. It might have been pretty close, but I like that. I like his play. Securing the anchor, that way if he does get hit, he's never gonna get closed out. And I don't always roll a 4, and I didn't, and look at this. He gets to cover the 5 point anyway. So this is getting pretty bad for me. Got a split. Let's pick up the blot in the process. I'm up a ton in the race, except not anymore. And he gets a 5 prime. Could he make the ace point? I mean, he's got a lot of good options here. All right, 2 gets the anchor. I don't want to have another checker sent back, so I'm going to kill a checker like this. And I'm still up in the race, and I have an escape with 6s, so if he cubes, I'm going to take. And I think it might be a cube anyway, yeah. Since I'm trailing the match, I'm up in the race. I got this anchor. He's probably not going to make a full 6 prime. So take seems okay to me. Maybe I can still hit a fly shot. Not with this number. I was up in the race, but I had a lot of wastage. Maybe that tipped the scales and made it a pass. Ooh, 5-2 is bad. I'm not going to break the 6 point. I'm just going to leave the shot. All right, so he still doesn't clear the 14, which is good for me. I'm going to slot the 4. Maybe I can make a 5-point board. Although, do I want to blot there when I might get a fly shot? Maybe not. Maybe not. Ooh, this is a direct shot, or he's got to break his 7 point. Giving me a few more numbers to run with. Woof. All right. This hits with 4s and 1s and 5s, but he's got a blot. Here, just kind of... Man. Isn't he just going to make his 2 point next roll? Maybe. And then I'm going to be running against a 5-point board. So maybe I should just be running now. I'm not sure. Breaking the anchor is tough. When I could get blitzed and have 2 checkers closed out. All right, let's not get 2 checkers closed out. He would have missed. But see, now I'm in this situation. Oh, I thought maybe he could clear the 8 point. Let's go like this. Have a 4-point board for a little while. He could have cleared the 8 and kind of like forced me off the anchor and then gone for the attack to get 2 closed out. I don't know, maybe I mean, this seems fine too, I guess. All right, he clears the point. I gotta run with basically everything. Not that one though. And it's looking like another 2 points for him. I never rolled a 6 until just now after I took the cube. So I never really had, the only real chance I had to run was that 4-3, which was bad. The 5-2 I couldn't have run with, I don't think. Yeah, he still had the 8 point. Gives me a shot. Can I roll a 2? No. This looks like another shot, actually. Wow. What's he got to do? 6-2 and then 5 off? It's the only way to leave 1 blot, I think. So 5s and a 1-4. There are sequences that'll allow me to recube. Double 5s right now would be a good start. Oh, he leaves 2 blots. Ugh, man. Alright, he can clean them all up now. Just make the ace point. I wonder if his 3-2 play, I mean, because that sequence after the 3-2 is getting pretty ugly. I wonder if that 3-2 was a little too ambitious. 4-2 doesn't have to leave a shot. 6-4, I don't have to run yet. And I think I'll stay one more time, just in case. Ouch. There's gammons. There are gammons here. Gotta come in. Oh, 10-1. Can't. Oh, if he rolled a doublet there. All right. We saved a gammon. So 7 away, 11 away. 3-2. I'm not going to split into his Blitzian structure. Play 2 down. Even if I won the opening roll of 2-3, you're supposed to play 2 down, trailing in a match like this. I think. Almost positive. This is a funny one. I can make the 10 and hit loose on the 4. A lot of the times in the opening, you're supposed to hit loose on the 4 and bring a checker down. And so it seems even better since I can make the 10 point instead of having the checker down be a blot. But this is a couple rolls in. Maybe I'm supposed to hit twice. I have 10 in the zone. This is definitely the 2. I'll hit twice. I have extra checkers in the zone, so maybe I really want to play full on for the blitz. This was a pretty bad number. 2 on the bargain. This is like a double tiger play. Or I could make a point. Still leaves aces and a bunch of 5s and 6s from the roof. Let's just hit twice. I want to make the 5 point. I don't want to give him the free chance to roll a 5 and take it away from me. All right, since I'm trailing a bunch in the match and this blitz is going, I think, okay, because I'm not getting hit back, and I have a lot of numbers to make the 5 and hit another checker, I want to get the cube in. So there's the 5 and hits another checker, but it would be 2 blots. I can play like this. This is only 1 blot with 2 in the air. Maybe this is better. This way gets the 5 point though. But I have a blot on the 5 and the 4. Let's just play with 1 blot and hope he doesn't roll a 5. He does. Let's keep up the attack. I think that 3-1 was a pretty clear choice. Could have made the 10 point, but then I would have had 3 checkers on the 24. So this has gone pretty poorly. Up to the 18 or just slot the 4 point. Out to the 18 seems like I'm going to get attacked a lot. 5s and 1s and 2s, and I'm getting hit with 3s on the inside anyway. And 6s from his mid if I jump to the 18. All right, so we're in a failed blitz with the ace point, with likely a double anchor game, and he's got the cube. So this is like absolute worst case scenario on all fronts. If he wasn't ahead so much in the match, it would probably be a recube. Now I'm stuck playing this 1-3 holding game. Can't even call it a back game. Man, if I would have just made the 5 point with that other play. Anyway, let's just focus on this. I can come in on the 24 and hit on the 17, or come in on the 20 and hit here. I'm going to hit here. I want to make his 5 point. I would definitely like to upgrade my anchors. He might hit me loose on the 5, which would probably be pretty good. Oh, he can make the 8 point as well. That's a good choice too, I think. Maybe that little 4 prime in front of this my 3 point anchor isn't so bad. 5-1. All right, I'll take a point. Why not? Can't really attack. Can't really do anything on this side of the board. 6-1 was good for him. Jumps out, makes the 20. All right, we get to make his 20 points. That's good. And then this is the only 6. Leaves a 4 and a 5-3, for that matter. Maybe he doesn't even want to hit, though. I'm just giving me another checker to make some points back here. All right, 6-4. Can't make a point, so in and out. 2-3, yeah. Hits twice. Fan, wow. All right. And now he's got to be just playing on too good. Massive race lead. I'm going to be stuck in an ace point game while I have the ace. I mean, yeah, it's just too good. He can roll on for free. And if it ever gets to be an awkward situation, he can just cube me up then. But it's looking like I'm losing 4 points. I need to enter soon and start making some homeboard points. So that if I do get a shot, there we go. At least I'll have a board to keep him in the air. 6-3, let's jump and start a point. He's leaving a shot now. Yeah, my board sucks, so I don't see anything wrong with that. I get to make the 5, bring a checker in. He could clear the 8 and leave me a 4 one more time, but I got the 5 points, so maybe he wants to play a little safer. I could see XG favoring this play. Just avoid a 4 one time. I can't hit from the 24. It's 8 away. Why can't I move these checkers? All right, 5 down, start another point. Step up, make the 4. Five, 4, I can make the 2, but I want to make the 3 point next. So let's just run with one. That's the 3 point, and we can slot. So I'm running from the 20 point with everything basically. No shot yet, but there are shot levers. 5-3, let's stay there in case he leaves a shot on from his 6 point. Oh, perfect number. Clears the 6. All right. It's down to the ace point game that we thought we were going to be in. So now he leaves a shot with 6-3, 5-3, 4-3. Or maybe the gammons are low enough where he wants to do this. This seems... I think it's a good cube. Yeah. Well, maybe he could still play on too good. It is 6 numbers, though. Anyway, I pass. 5 away, 11 away. And that all came about because I chose not to make the 5 point with that 2-3 I had. I wonder... Well, the game certainly would have gone a different way if I would have made the 5 point, but I hope it was the... Actually, let's see if I can't... What was this one? See if I can't remember to look at that after the game. All right, 3-1 makes my 5. And now I'm trailing even further in the match. It's not going to take a lot for me to want to send it. He can make the 7 or make the anchor. I think I would just make the 7. I don't have enough to cube. 4-2 was very good, even though it didn't hit. 6-5 was good for him. 2-6, 3-6 are my hitters. I've got good front structure, trailing in the race. That's not enough to cube. 3-1. All right, let's anchor up. Let's not get blitzed ourselves. Seems fine. Not much else to do with it. 6-1 is a hit loose. And it's a cube if he doesn't roll a 3. There we go. Double and probably a pass. Protect his match lead. My structure's too good. 10 away, 5 away. I think I want to step, or not step down, but just come down with the 3. Could also slot the 5. That might be an okay thing as well. I don't like the look of this. I'm down in the race. I think I like having the goalkeeper there. I'm just going to play off the mid. Keeps the spare on the 8 point as well. Seems like it's more builders for my stuff. This is an interesting one, because this is a pretty good anchor to have too, even though it's blocked in with his checkers on the 14. But don't I want to stop him from making the 5 point? This is the other play. It's not in contact with his blot, his last back checker. This loses my goalkeeper, but the anchor is just so much better, and it stops him from making the 5. All right, let's do it. I think stopping him from making the 5 point is a pretty big advantage for me. 2-1. Nothing else but this, really. So he can't run all the way from the 24 now because of that 10 point. So maybe he's got to dump checkers behind. There is a hit loose play. Playing 8-4. All right. That one is clear to me, at least, and that 6 is the only thing left to do. Yeah, got to be hitting loose in this situation, I think. Three one was a bad entry, I guess, because he didn't anything that wasn't a 5. Anything that didn't hit me on the 5 point was a bad entry. Can we roll double ones? We can roll A1. That's good. And 6, I don't want to create another blot, and I don't want to, well, basically just that. Yeah, I don't want to create another blot, so let's do this one. Now he's going to hit me back with a whole lot. Again, he didn't roll a 5, though, so that's good. Can I cover that thing? Give me a 1, 3, or a 5. There we go. This has got to be more important than hitting loose. Keeps my anchor and makes the 5. And now he's got 2 checkers on the 24. And I have 10 in the zone. Chances to make the 4 point or the 7 points. Trailing still a ton in the match, but I'm also trailing a ton in the race. But I got this anchor. This feels like a cube to me, just because my prime structure could get very good very quickly. So let's do that. There's the 7 point, and then let's remake the 8. That was a good number. Oh, 3-6. Just kills me. 4 and 6. Only reasonable play, I think. 5 hits me again, and he steps up. Or he safeties the checker and goes to the 8 point. 3-5. All right. I really wish I could have rolled a 1-5 or something to hit this checker. But I got to enter on the 5, or with the 5, and then the 3, I think. We just have to turn this into a blitz. To stop him from just escaping. That checker was seeing daylight, so I wanted to put a stop to that. I do get to come in with a 2 now and send another checker back behind my structure. So that was a swing in the right direction for me. Although he's like one joker away from just turning this game around. All right, 5-4. I can hit loose from the 13. That's probably what I'm going to do. I can hit twice. but I only have 8 in the zone, so blitzing seems like a bad idea. I could play safe, but this allows him to just make his 4 points or anchor up with a 1 pretty easily. I think I'm supposed to be attacking here. If I get hit back, I got 2 anchors. 5-1, bad entry for him, which means good things for me. 6-3, we get to make it. That was a great sequence. All right. So, what's up now? We have a 5 prime. He's got 1 checker behind it. But now the 2s are duplicated. If I can get another checker behind this structure, that would be very nice. At some point, I'm going to have to step up with a 3 here, but I don't know if that time is right now. Maybe I can do something like this. Yeah, if I do this 3, then where's my 1? I'd have to break my prime structure, so not doing that. 5-1, can't cover that 4 point. He could lift it, but I mean, I guess you have to, right? Can't afford to get another checker sent back. All right, he steps up. The 2's got to be here, right? And then 5 goes to the ace point, and now I've got to be hitting loose with 4s and 5s, but I can't do anything. I can't even move a checker. I have to break my prime. Oh, that roll just got worse and worse the longer I looked at it. Wow. All right, well, I guess this is the play. I mean, this is just craziness, right? Yeah. That was a bummer. 6-5, I think I got to hit him. I think I can. I think that reaches. Let's take a moment here and make sure we're not missing anything stupid or obvious. Okay. Can't cover the checker on the 2. Make some builders. This might be one of those weird situations where I'm supposed to do this and play 2-1. Now if he hits on the 1, he's blocked in from my point on the 7. And if he does come in higher, then, well, at least I'm not on the bar. I can't cover the 2. Can't do anything over here. Yeah. I think I'm just going to do this. Double 6. Forced move. Very bad. No, not really going my way this match. But like you can see, even back way long ago when I was trying to play that 3 off of my 23-point anchor, just to have checkers to move, just to have some flexibility. The fact that I never could do it is making me have to make plays like this, resulting in this crummy position. He's thinking of hitting loose on the 5 point, 2 checkers in the air, going for the gammon. Yeah, I think I agree that that might have been a little bit too much since I have an anchor and maybe he doesn't need to win a gammon. He's still going to be a massive match favorite if he wins only 2 points. I guess I'll slot this point. Should I really do this? Maybe. He really does want to use these checkers on his 11 points to make the 5. I think I will do this and abandon the further back anchor, which is normally what you don't do, so this could come back as a pretty big mistake. Let's mark that one up. That was an interesting choice. I have seen it be correct before, though. I've watched enough, like I have distinct memories of seeing it in like in a broadcast somewhere where the commentators had the XG feed and saw that specific thing of advancing the forward anchor even when you're down in the race. This is a tough choice here. If I do this, I have to kill another checker or abandon the point. So maybe just coming in here and slotting the next one. and hope he doesn't roll something that points on the 23. Because if I do this, I'm going to have to run from one of the points anyway, probably the 20 point, and then I'll just be forced into a 2-point holding game. It's such a big liability here, getting pointed on, having 4 checkers back. Maybe I'll spend some time on the bar. Let's do this. I don't really know. That would have been pointed on me on the 23 point, so I guess in a 1-game rollout, it was fine. All right, here's where I have to run. That's the 6, and I could either remake the 20 or just swing around the corner. I will keep further back anchor now and just swing around the corner. He gets to make the 5, and now I need a 2-6, 2-5. Nope. And there are pretty reasonable times for him to send the cube back to 4, actually, I think. If I come in with a 2 quickly, like that, maybe now he should just ship it. All right, well, now he's just too good. Oh, but there's a shot. I was just thinking, though, he shipped it in an earlier game, so maybe he will ship it again now. But now he's just way too good. He wins the gammon. We have to go to Crawford. All right, I should probably not waste pips. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted pips with my last 6-5 and run. And ran, rather. Ran with one of these checkers. Five, 1. Oh, he had a 1 left. I thought he had the whole roll to play. He's got some funny 2s right now. There's a funny 2. But I can't hit him. So he needs another set or me to roll small dice to win a G. I did not get small dice, so he's got to roll a big set. There it is, and that's a gammon. Crawford. I'm 10 away, so gammons do gain me a game if we get to a post-Crawford situation. So I will be tending towards gammonish plays or rather, what am I trying to say? That will influence my checker moves if a situation comes up like that. One, two, three, 4. I could make the 3-point, but I think I like the bar point better. This doesn't leave any 6s from the roof that hit me. What can I do here? Run? Can run to the 11 or the mid. I'll just go to the mid. The checker on the 22 is now a little bit closer to safety. I get hit all the way from the 24. And 5-1 is bad. Should I hit loose? I would hit loose to stop him from like fully completing this prime. And I guess I don't care if I lose a gammon. So yeah, let's stop him from making additional points. But it looks like he gets to anyway. He could make the 7. Or he could hit loose. In with 1, 15, 11, 10 to 6, 8 to 4. I mean, there are safe plays. Making the 7 seems pretty strong, though. Just prime in my last structure. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about making the 9. This is an option, too. I get to hit him. Look at this. And I will. Otherwise, I'm definitely getting primed in. But I realize I'm getting hit back a bunch. This actually hits twice if he wants to. And I think he does. Beautiful double 5. I can make the 3. Or just play like this, but I'm down in the race, so maybe I don't want to do that. Let's just make the 3. This might be one of those plays that, like, maybe if gammons didn't matter, the running play is better or something. But maybe this play wins more gammons, so I should do this. Not sure. Seemed alright to put him on the bar, though, so. 2, 3. This won't get hit, at least. Otherwise, I have to leave either a direct shot or some fly shots like that. So let's just pick up the blot. The race is tied. I am primed in a little bit, though, so that's not good. 4-1 was good. I get to use the dilly builder on the 3. Put that checker to effective use. Double 6. Now I've got the race lead, but I'm still a little bit stuck. Yeah, maybe he should just keep the prime here and just run from the 21 and then place. Oh yeah, where would his 3 be? If he runs from the 21 with the 6, he had a really bad 3. I'm gonna kill a checker somewhere or run off the 20. I don't think I can run off the 20. That can't be right. I could leave a direct shot. This duplicates a 4 that covers on the 2-point. I don't think I want to leave anything though. I could do it like this. There might be some value yet though in holding the 7 points. So let's play like this instead. 6-1. I'm gonna have a shot somewhere. All right, 2s. No 2s. All right, still keeping the anchor. Let's kill another checker. That's what happens when you start putting checkers on the ace point, is the rest of them just naturally want to go there. 4-2, no blot. I lose my outfield control, so now he can run. He should run, shouldn't he? I think he should run. Double 2s. Got a 5-point board out of it. Yeah, let's not touch these checkers on the 20-point. Maybe he has to leave another blot somewhere over here. So now, basically, I'm moving my checkers on the 20-point no matter what. There it is. Double 1s doesn't have to leave anything, unfortunately. He can scooch closer to the 9-point. Or this. I guess he's keeping contact. I don't know. Not sure about that one. 12-7 lets him hit with a 3. He's still got a 4-point board, which is not nothing. So maybe I should, and I'm up in the race. Maybe I should just try to go home. That would have pointed on me. But this gains him in the race. Although I'm still a small race leader, I guess, being on roll. There's a shot. Gotta get missed. Nope. That could be the match right there. Unless I get a 6 very, very quickly. Maybe I could hit a fly shot. Or maybe I come in with a 6 and then he has to leave a direct somewhere. That's another checker to safety. This only leaves double 6s. I didn't get it. And I need to stay on the bar one more time, and I need to roll him. I need to have him roll a bad number. Ah, shoot. That should do it. That is my tournament. 5 losses, and I am done. So we'll try again next year. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just get in. Doesn't really matter much, but there is that rare timing, or those rare times when I get back-to-back double 6s. Or double six, then double five, double six, then double four. Two off. Nope, that's it. All right. We both played sub five, so that's cool. GG. Good tournament. Let's pull up the review. I know I marked a few plays. Let's fix this a little bit. All right. There were only a couple plays that I flagged, but maybe we can check out some blunders too. Ah, shoot. 4-3. I was supposed to hit. That's a big one too. 170. Seemed like a lot of returns. All twos plus double ones. That's 12 plus 1 5 3 5 4 5 and 5 5. 1 5 3 5 4 5. That's another 7. So 19 numbers hit back. Maybe more if I'm missing something. And he's got a 4-point board. I'm a little surprised that it was so big. But look at the race lead, I guess, if I get missed. And if I do my play, well, I'm leading the race here too. Yeah, this one surprises me. Here was the cube that I knew was not a double, but it's very close. Anyway, oh, yeah, okay, this one I knew was going to be, hey, look at that. Didn't I guess 150? And it's 155. Pull that back up here. Yeah, it's a 155 error to take, and I guessed after the move, after I took it, I guessed that it was going to be about 150 blunder, and I was about right. That was a good call. Not a good call to take the cube, obviously, but anyway. 24-13. I suppose up in the race, just lean into the race game plan versus this. Yeah, what's going to happen here is he's going to make the 5, and then I just got 2 checkers behind really good structure. So take the opportunity to escape right now, duplicating the 3 that covers. I can't do anything about this checker on the 7 point anyway. That's a cool play. Okay, there's the one I wanted to look at. Okay, so they were super close, both plays. The one I did to hit and make the ace, or to play with 2 blots and make the better point. That was a fun choice. The game would have gone totally different if I would have made this play. He rolled a 5-3, so I wouldn't have been hit back. 6-1 would have covered the 4-point. Yeah, lots of good things would happen if I did something different here. Let's see. 6-1. I got it really wrong. 8-2, 7-6. I suppose, yeah. I didn't even think of this play. Let him hit with the 5, and then that just kind of helps our timing, I guess, because now we can hold our pure prime structure a little bit longer while we enter with this blot that will now be on the bar. And then I have another runner versus what play did I do? Oh man, my play is way down there, 137. This is just too stiff, too brittle. He gets to run, and then I have just like no good numbers. 6s have to kill to the ace point. Yeah. That's a cool play right there, too. I wish I could see this one. Maybe I will next time. All right, here was a couple other flagged plays. All right, they're all super close. Probably just because my equity in the position is just absolute dog shit. I wonder if YouTube will flag that one. All right, so the 4-3, I made the 20, but I could have just as easily slotted the 3 or slotted the 2. Looks like they're all the same. And then the 5-2, always making the 23 point. Okay. So stepping up to the 20 is just a clear mistake, or coming in on the 20 is just a clear mistake. You could get pointed on and probably lose a lot of games that way, and just a lot of games in general. You probably win more games by turning this into a random, or into a 2-point holding game, which I think is what ended up happening, yeah. But I never got the hit, and then it looks like that was the last game. All right. So, thanks all for watching. I'll have more matches from the WBIF tournaments, the Speed Championship and the World Individual Championship. And maybe I'll have some global backgammon stuff too, because there's a triple elimination that is about to start next week. So, thanks again. See you later.